Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm your other Taekook. It's a complete boy to boy FF. If you don't like my voice, mute guys.
A small hare peeked out of the tree, trying to look at the male who was quite close to the tree, talking with his fellow mates. He pouted when he saw the male looking towards him, but immediately hid behind the tree, tightly closing his eyes. Jimin, Cookie, control yourself, baby. You might get caught, he said in his ear, coming to him as Jungkook was startled and glared at him. Jungkook, shut up, Jimin here. He pouted cutely while looking at him again, but a sad pout adorned on his lips not seeing him there. He stomped his feet angrily on the ground as he looked at Jimin, who was laughing as he ran behind him, who looked at him, laughing, and ran inside the university. He quickly ran from there, but frowned seeing a group of students surrounded there. Jungkook looked at them glaring but looked at the students when he heard them cheering. Both went through the crowd to know what is going there. He stood there looking at the male who was his widened doe eyes looking at them nervously. Cheering sound could be heard. The particular name which the students were cheering echoed in his ear. The name which always sent shivers down his spine. The name which is engraved in his heart. Yes, yeah, like that, bro. Yes, he deserved it. He smiled widely, seeing the other fell down. He showed his bunny smile and clapped his hands excitedly. There was a huge silence in the crowd, everyone looking at the person who had clapped his hands, while Tae was also looking at the boy. Jungkook was clapping his hands happily, not knowing every single person there was looking at him. Jimin was looking at Jungkook too as he tapped on his shoulder, but the boy seems to get lost in the brown orbs which was staring at him. He looked at Jimin when he again felt the tap on his shoulder. That's when he noticed every stares of the students at him. He gulped as he looked at in front, seeing the male stood there. He smiled nervously while looking at him. He don't know what to do at that point. He was embarrassed seeing every stares at him. He slowly backed away and started running from there, while dragging his best friend with him. Jungkook, Aish, oh my god, how embarrassing. He sat down on the last row of the class while laying his head on the desk while whining. He was so embarrassed imagining everything. Jimin here, why didn't you tell me early, huh? It's all because of you. I'm your best friend, right? You should help your best friend in danger. What should I do now? He saw me. He whined while throwing a tantrum at Jimin as he rolled his eyes seeing the big baby whining. Jimin, well, it's good he see you. How long you are planning to stalk him? You should confess, big baby, he said, patting his shoulder while the other pouted while playing with his sweater. Jungkook, what if you don't like me? Jimin, then be a good boy and forget him. Jungkook, Jimin here. Jimin, Cookie, if he rejects you, then go behind him and make him fall for you. But that won't be needed because who won't like you? He said while looking at him, smiling. Jungkook blushed thinking about as Jimin laughed seeing his face. Jimin, Cookie, since I'm your best friend, I'm giving you advice. Make him yours before someone snatch him. You know he has so many admirers. Daily he is getting uncountable proposals. So before that, make sure to make him yours, okay? Jungkook, he is mine. I won't let anyone take my man, he said with a determined face as the other smiled while looking at him. Jungkook was walking to his class when he saw his crush Shaka his love on the corridor. He immediately hid behind the pillar while placing a hand on his chest, trying to calm his racing heart. He took a deep breath and looked back and saw them looking for someone. He frowned while looking at that but shrugged his thoughts while looking at him. He saw the brown orbs searching for someone. He saw something in those eyes while his eyes were searching for someone. He didn't like it. Who might be he searching for? He saw the way the other's eyes impatiently finding someone. He looked at them, feeling hurt. He looked at the girls who were busy talking as he don't want to listen, but his ears betrayed him. Girl, do you know the college heartthrob? Boy, yes, what about him? Girl, he is looking for someone. I heard he had fallen in love with that person and desperately looking for that person. That's it. Something precious break into millions of pieces. His hope had crushed by it. He was hurt hearing them. His eyes filled with tears after hearing everything. His eyes produced more tears. Those glossy doe eyes just stare at them talking about the person. He just held his mouth, not wanting to cry out loud, but failed as a teardrop fell down from his beautiful eyes. His eyes produced more tears. Those glossy doe eyes just stare at them, talking about the person. He just held his mouth, not wanting to cry out loud, but failed as a teardrop fell from his beautiful eyes, rolling down his cheeks. His nose tip turned red. He held his mouth, letting out a sob as he cried. He looked at the boy again and looked down, feeling heartbroken. He just ran from there, aiming to find a perfect place to let out his muffled sobs. He wanna cry out loud. He ran from there not knowing. Time skip the next day. Miss John was worriedly thinking about her son who didn't come out of his room. Jimin, Amma, he called Miss John Amma because she is his mother's elder sister. Did Cookie come out? What happened? Miss John, no Jimin, he didn't come out. I don't know what happened to this boy. He isn't opening the door or letting me inside. He said he is tired and want to sleep. He went ready to have his dinner yesterday. Jimin, what? Really? They were really worried because he was really a cheerful boy. He is really energetic and never missed to have his food. So that made them sure that something happened that made him upset. He loves to go out and have fun. He won't sit in a place even for a minute. He likes roaming here and there being cheerful. Jimin went to the door and knocked on it but didn't get any response. Jimin, Amma, where is the spare key? Miss John, it's with him. He take it with him. Jimin, so there is something serious. He nodded and went to the next room, entering inside it and go to the balcony and climbed to the next room and opened the window and entered inside. He saw the key there and sighed and returned to the balcony and went to the next room and to outside and saw Miss John standing there. He looked at her and went to her, showing the key. Mrs. Dion, where did you get the key? Jimin, from his room. He said casually but looked at Miss Dion when he felt a stare as he looked at her. Miss Dion, seriously? Jimin nodded as Miss Dion sighed, taking a deep breath and took the key from him, opening the door. They both entered inside and saw the big baby lying on the bed. Miss Dion, Cookie, what happened, baby? He had his eyes closed but both know it was acting. Jimin, Cookie, we know you are awake. Okay, come on, get up. Miss John, Cookie, you know, laying like this won't solve the problem, baby. Did someone made you sad? Who was it? Amma will beat them. Come on, tell me. He opened his doe eyes looking at his Amma. His eyes filled with the tears ready to pour down. He looked at Jimin and his Amma both. His pouty lips wobbled as he hugged her while laying his head on her lap while crying he shouted, Miss John, stop crying baby, come on tell what happened, Amma will solve it. Jungkook, he loves someone else. He loves someone. He sobbed while hiding his face in her lap while Miss John was perplexed, not understanding anything. Miss John, what is he saying, Jimin? He looked at her nervously and explained everything. Jimin, I know this much only. I don't know what happened yesterday because I didn't go. Mrs. Jeon nodded and made Jungkook sat on the bed and wiped his tears, who was whining to hug her. Miss Jeon, Cookie, look at me. Come on, say everything what happened yesterday. He looked at her sniffing cutely and started explaining what happened yesterday. Miss Jeon nodded while hearing everything carefully. Miss Jeon, I see, my baby. Look at me. You sure that boy loves someone else? He didn't say anything. Cookie, I think it's just rumors. Maybe they misunderstood something. Look, you love him, right? He nodded immediately. Okay, then whatever happened, you should confess your love to him. Hiding it in your heart won't solve anything and you will regret later. So whatever his response would be, you should take it. But I think he won't reject you. Nobody can reject my beautiful son, she said, giving him courage as she ruffled his ears. Jungkook, but what if he rejects me? He said with a cracked voice, being insecure of getting rejected. Miss John, I don't think so. If it's then do what Jimin said. Go behind him, make him fall for you, show him how much you love him, but you should respect his decision if he loves someone else. But as per you said about that boy, I don't think he loves someone. Hearing about him, I think he seems a cold guy. I know, judging someone without knowing it's not good. But anyways, you should pour everything to him, whatever is in your heart. Okay? Jungkook nodded, wiping his tears. Jimin, come on, let's go. It's already late. Miss Jeon and Jimin give him so much confidence and courage as he is now fully prepared to confess, not knowing what is going to happen. Jungkook was now determined to confess his love as he made his way inside the university, ready to face everything what comes, but there was a small fear deep inside his heart which he can't shrug it off. Something that will shatter his little heart. He entered inside and saw a huge crowd on the garden of the university. There were cheers of students and some were squealing. Seeing something, both looked at each other and went there. He saw something which completely shattered his heart. He stood there with wide eyes, seeing his love there. A girl was kneeling down, proposing his love. He looked at it with tears in his eyes. Jimin was equally shocked too. He looked at Jungkook in pity while holding his shoulder, caressing his arms. Jungkook was in tears, his heart beating rapidly, biting his poor lips, looking at the scene in front of him without blinking. The girl had a rose in her hand. While looking at him, he prayed in his mind to not let him take the rose from her. He was watching it with fear as he can feel himself dizzy. He is sure he will faint if something like that happened. He calmed down when the other rejected her, while the girl was sad and quickly left from there. Their point of view. I was patiently waiting on the garden trying to find someone, but was disappointed not seeing him. Then I saw a girl block my way and proposed me. I sighed because it's a daily thing. I get many proposals every day. I saw the crowds gathering. I sighed and rejected her because I don't have any feelings for her. My heart already belonged to someone else. It's not like if I didn't meet him, I will say yes to her or to the others. Who proposed me? I simply don't like anyone. I never felt anything to others. I always feel annoyed seeing them, but except one who took my breath away, who conquered my heart. He was about to go but stopped seeing someone. His breath hitched seeing the boy he was fighting there. He felt like his breath taken away, just like their first meeting. He stood there unable to move. He felt staring at those beautiful doe eyes, which were glossy. He felt his heart clenched seeing tears in those eyes. He felt his heartbeat quickly seeing him. He saw the boy walking towards him. Jungkook was looking at everything as he made his way towards him. Quickly while running, he stood in front of him while their faces were an inch away from each other. He looked at those brown orbs and stared at it, getting lost in those eyes which always pulled him towards like a magnet. Those eyes which he always felt intimidated. Those eyes which he always wanted to get his attention. He craved to get noticed by those eyes, but he was scared to get noticed too. He whispered something while looking at those eyes and leaned towards himself. He was completely hypnotized as he leaned more closer to him and placed his lips on him. Jungkook, I love you. He pulled away looking at him with red cheeks because he was blushing. He looked at him nervously thinking he done wrong. He looked at him getting really scared seeing no response. The students had their mouth opened wide, some falling on the ground seeing it. Some students were watching the drama unfolding in front of them. Some were already getting pity for the boy, some were squealing seeing them. Jungkook looked at him, seeing no response. He visibly shrinked as tears already filled in those doe eyes, and he turned around to go, getting heartbroken, ready to go from there, but a hand stopped him. He was pulled into a hard chest and his waist was captured by a veiny hand. He looked at him while keeping his hands on his chest. He was really shocked by the action as he blinked his eyes while looking at him. Hey, pretty, he said while looking at him after coming out of his thoughts. He was staring at him, getting mesmerized with his heart beating quickly, feeling the soft lips on his rough one. He was enjoying the soft lips and staring at the pretty boy who he had been searching. When he saw tears in his eyes, he didn't like it. It broke his heart. He pulled him to his chest when he saw him going. He slowly upped his hands and took a little hair from his side, tugging it behind his ear. He looked at those doe eyes which he had fallen for. The boy whom he was searching standing in front of him telling the three magical words. The sweet voice made his ear crave for it to hear it again. His veiny hands were perfectly fitting those tiny waists. He sniffed while looking at him. Jungkook, sorry. Tae looked at him, hearing the voice again. He was confused, hearing him saying sorry. Tae, why? Jungkook, for kissing you without your consent. He sniffed while looking down as Tae smiled while making him look up while flicking his chin. Tae, you did a mistake. Kissing someone without their permission is not good. Jungkook, I know I'm sorry. Tae, I don't want your sorry. I want something else. Jungkook, what do you want? Tae, I want my kiss back. He teased the younger as he saw the chubby cheeks turning into a shade of red. Jungkook, what? Tae, okay, then give my kiss back. Jungkook pouted while looking at him. Jungkook, I don't know how can I give you back. Tae, don't worry, I know, he said, leaning towards him and pecked his lips while the other was about to fall down, as not for the grip on his waist. He would have fell down. He looked at him, getting shocked, while there was his cousin, who was sitting on the ground while leaning on someone's shoulder, getting shocked by the scene in front of him. Jungkook, why did you kiss me? He asked, placing his hands on his lips. Tae, I took my kiss back, and why did you kiss me? He asked, looking innocent, going at the other, teasing him. Jungkook, because I love you. Tae, I love you too. Jungkook, I know you don't love me. I know you love someone else. I know everything. You're searching for that person and I heard everything. I'm sorry for taking your kiss. When that day you saved a puppy right on the road, I was there. I saw how you saved it. From then I had liked you. And when I come to this college, I saw you again. Then I fall for you. I love your everything. How you are helping others. Even though you are rude, I like it too. I was falling for you. You know, I used to skip classes because it was boring. But after seeing you, I never missed any of them. Because I wanna see you. I felt myself lost in your eyes. I wanted your attention. I wanted to get noticed by your eyes. I don't know how to clearly explain it, how, when and all. From the time I see you till now, I haven't slept, not thinking about you. I didn't plan to confess like this. I was preparing myself. But when I heard you love someone and was impatiently searching for that unknown person, I felt hurt. I don't know what to do after knowing it, but I thought I should let you know that I love you. Today I come to tell you about my feelings. I was really scared. I don't know how will be your reaction. What if you reject me? What if you say you love someone else? These thoughts were eating me from yesterday. Then my Amma and my friend gave me courage to let you know about my feelings, and now I come here. I saw her proposing you. What do you have that everyone is head heels over you? I myself had fallen for you. When I saw her, I don't like it. You are mine, only mine. I was perceived and I felt angry seeing everything. And I was hurt too. And that's how I come in front of you, but I got lost in your handsome face and kissed you. And now you take your kiss back and you will be going to find that person again. Hope you get succeed in it, he said with a cracked voice, his eyes betraying, producing more tears as Tae looked at him with equal teary eyes. The boy is too adorable and cute. And naive, he chuckled while looking at the boy, not noticing his words. He cupped his face while leaning and pressed his lips into the soft one, kissing him softly. Loud clapping can be heard as Jimin looked beside him and saw himself laying on someone's shoulder. Yoongi cleared his throat while looking at him. Yoongi, you look cute, he said, making him blush as he looked at him shocked. They broke the kiss and looked at each other. Jungkook, you again kissed me. Tae, don't be so pretty, man. I love you too. Jungkook, what, when, how? He said while looking at him, shocked as Tae started telling everything. The day on their first meet. Other side, the boy was sitting on the grass there while his mind were somewhere else. His friends were playing there as a ball directly come to him, making his friends gulp. The one among them slowly went there and took the ball. He looked at his face, frowning, not seeing any reaction. He sighed and looked back. Yoongi, did he hit his head somewhere, Jin? Jin, no. I don't know what happened to him, that he is behaving like this. Another boy come there while waving his hands in front of his face. Still the boy's mind was somewhere else. I got it. It's because he is scared. Yoongi sighed while looking at Hobby boringly and smack on his head, who hissed. Yoongi, him and scared. Nice job. Keep it up. We should be scared seeing him like this. Jin, you are right, Yogi. This boy, what happened to him? Both sighed while looking at him. He went to him and tapped on his shoulder, but he was staring at somewhere else. Jin, hey Tae, are you hearing? Look here, brat, I'm your brother. Show me some respect. He said as he took the water bottle and flowed it through his head, making the boy shake his head while looking at them angrily. Tae, what are you doing, Jinyo? Why did you pour the water on me? Jin rolled his eyes at him and started speaking. Jin, I should ask that you. What happened to you? Tae, what? What did I do? He said, looking at them while Yoongi tiredly sat on the ground while Jin started explaining everything. Tae smiled while blushing, but he maintained his blank face while looking at them. Tae, it's nothing. Jin, tell me what happened to you. Tae, I said right, it's nothing, Hyung. Hobby, I think I know it. Jin, who? Hobby, do you remember today morning's fight with the other department and one of the boy clapped his hands? With him there was another cute looking boy too. He was really cute. I think it's him more than that boy. It's not him, it's the boy who clapped. He told a little loud while widening his eyes looking at his friends who was smirking at him. Jin, so finally the heartthrob had fallen in love. Tae, Hyung, shut up. He said as after that he can only hear his friends teasing him. It was afternoon when the heartthrob and his friends has been wandering on the same place trying to find about the boy, but to his dismay he didn't find anyone. Next day, Tae, don't be lazy, come on, he said dragging them with him. He saw many of them looking at them squealing, but he didn't care. He was busy looking through each classes, but he didn't find him. He sighed, determined to check on the other classes too. The other three were following him equally tired because their friend was eating their head after seeing the boy. He didn't let them sleep, not eat, not even sit somewhere for some time. So they just wanna find him as soon as possible, otherwise they can't live peacefully against their friend who had fallen in love. He was busy wandering through the corridor of the school when he saw a brown hair hiding behind a pillar. He recognized it was the same boy he was looking for. A wide grin spread across his lips, turning into a boxy smile, but he panicked seeing him going from there. He also started running behind him, leaving his friends who were staring at him bewildered. Jin, where is he going now? Hobby, I can't anymore. I'm going, I'm super hungry. He didn't even let me have my breakfast today. Yoongi, you got to sleep yesterday peacefully, but think about me. That brat keeps whispering in my ear how beautiful he is. Now look, he ran away just like that. Wait, did he run after seeing him? Did he found him? Jin, I think so. Anyway, he don't need us anymore. Let's go back. My handsome face became like this because of him. They all nodded while going back after sending him a message. They was running behind him trying to catch him, but the boy was really fast. He kept running but couldn't catch him as the boy just disappeared. Hey, how can he run like this? Bunny. He's running like a bunny. Don't worry, baby boy. I will catch you soon. Present. Jungkook, how do you know my name? Hey, it's true that I don't know many things about you, but I wanna know. Let's grow together. I want to know everything about you, Bun. Without knowing anything, I had fallen for these pretty eyes. It is so mesmerizing yet so calming. Why do you have so many sparkles in your eyes? Bun, the stars might be so jealous seeing your sparkles. It is kept pulling me into it. I can see an entire galaxy in it. Bun, you have captured my heart in the first sight. Bun, I want to cherish you, Bun. There is no doubt in me that I had fallen for you. You took my breath away on the first meet. When you were giggling happily seeing me win, your sparkling eyes had me kept staring at you. You are so adorable, pretty Bun. I can stare at these beautiful eyes forever. These are just like magnets pulling me to it. This cute butter nose, I want to bite it. These soft cheeks, which I want to nuzzle into. These petal-like lips were inspiring me to do something. This mole, it's become my favorite. I wanna have a taste of it. I noticed how your legs were bouncing when you were giggling. I noticed it. I found how your eyes filled with happiness seeing me. I only want to see happiness in it, pretty Bun. And I am going to do everything which brings you happiness. I don't want these pearls out of it. It's all mine. So don't let it out, my pretty co. Please don't ever cry. He said, earning a few giggles from the other as they both joined their forehead. Hey, everyone, listen here. This boy here is mine. He is my pretty bun whom I love. So everyone stay out of him. If I see anyone causing problems to my pretty bun, then you will be facing my fist. Jungkook. Girls and boys, attention here. If you have any crush or something to my boyfriend, then I will ruin your faces. Both laughed and take his forehead softly.
The end. Thank you for watching, guys. If you like my story, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to comment, guys. See you in next story. Bye bye.